Hello, all. Congrats on the win. Breanna, my first question is for you. What does it mean to have someone, what sort of message does it send to have someone like Stef Dolson, someone who's won pretty much every team honor there is to win over the past few years, coming off the bench for this group, and what does her September prowess do for this team?
Well, I think, ooh, so loud. With Steph, it just continues to show what she can do for us and her ability to be smart and just play within the offense, be aggressive, be confident, take her shot. And obviously tonight, going 5 for 5 was huge, but really those were all big threes that kind of changed the momentum for us. So she came in and gave us a huge spark off the bench.
And Steph, for you, when it comes to making that spark off the bench, it was reminiscent of last September when you came out when you were a starter and you come in against Atlanta and helped the team clinch its playoff spot last year. Different context this time around, but what does it mean to be the September spark plug this team could use come postseason time?
I mean, it feels good. I just want to do my job, and part of being on the bench is coming off and being a spark and making sure that offense and defense doesn't dip at all. Just trying to stay ready. And so anytime the team needs me, I'm confident and ready to shoot the ball. So, yeah, feels nice.
Appreciate your time.
Good hustle.
Did she just run?
Yeah, I could see her running up the ramp.
Watch your shoe.
She likes to get coming up there.
Oh no, you don't want to trip.
Well, because they're not Puma, so.
Well, what are the shoes?
Tory
They're
Burch.
gold. They're
Tory
nice.
Burch.
They're fantastic.
It's Tory Birch.
Sandy, the crowd went quite wild for Steph. I mean, also so did the team throughout. I'm curious why you think she's such a fan favorite.
Oh, so many reasons. No, I mean, that was great. I was so happy for Steph. But Steph works on this every single game. She always comes and plays in the right way. We know she's a great three-point shooter. And she was on fire. So I think the crowd just like 1, yay, 2, yay. Then it was like, oh, my God, let's just keep shooting it. And it got louder and louder the more threes that she made. And we needed all 5 of them to get this victory tonight. So, she's coming back from injury, but she's still such a key player for us, this season as we move into playoffs.
And Breanna, for you, this was the 4th win this season when you all were trailing by 14 points. What would you say amid that speaks to the heart and soul of this team?
Just our ability to not stop and know that, there's a conscious effort of changing the way that the game is going, the flow that was going in LA's favor and making sure that it went in ours. And realizing that, I keep saying it, teams are going to stay with us for a certain amount of time. And as long as we continue to play the basketball that we play and push through and not stop, most times good things are going to happen.
And Steph, finally for you, as Sandy alluded to, obviously you were out for 7 weeks and, you're working your way back in. But what does it mean to have a night like this?
It's nice. It's a little uncomfortable because it's a lot, but I appreciate it. And, I'm just happy, like I said before, that I can be that spark off the bench. And, we needed offense, and I'm just glad I was able to give it to us. So, yeah.
Speechless. Doesn't happen often.
That was a good one.
First one's for Coach. We haven't really seen a lot of teams trap as aggressively as LA did tonight, probably in part because you moved the ball so well. So why do you think, at least in the first half, LA was, I guess, really effective doing that? And then how did you respond?
Oh, I didn't think we moved the ball as quickly as we usually do. That's the strength of our team, and maybe a little fatigue. It was 4 games in 7 days. But, credit to LA. They really were aggressive with not many people to play at that level, too. That's hard to trap and rotate and still be able to have legs on the other end. So we just, we had to get back to playing our style of basketball. I think we were being a little bit stubborn and trying to force the action when we knew the trap was coming, where we have to be a little bit smarter in those situations.
And then kind of a similar question for Stewie. What is the role of, when you're setting the screen, how do you, I guess, help your guards out and make sure that they're not put in an uncomfortable situation?
Just to not go too far. make sure that when we set the screen and you see the trap that you come back to the ball. And the same with the other person who's usually on the wing, making sure that there's available outlets.
Hi, everybody. This is Steph. Since you've been back, the bench unit has really been back to where it was at the beginning of the season. Kayla's making big plays. You're able to contribute MJ as well. Just as the player who comes off the bench, just what do you think is the sort of key to really being able to plug right in and be able to contribute even when you're not starting the game?
Just knowing what you do well, and knowing what you bring to the team, and then just working on that constantly so that when we do come in, we know exactly, what we have to do, staying ready because at any point, Sandy could put one of us in for a different reason or if there's foul trouble, whatever there is. So, yeah, it's just being locked in the whole time, even when we're on the bench. That way when we get in, it's, there's no drop-off.
Congrats on the win, everybody. First, for Stewie, Breanna always has such an impact. Just give us your pitch for why she should be Defensive Player of the Year.
I think B should be Defensive Player of the Year because she guards the other team's best player. And, it's things that don't always show up on the stat sheet. The way that she was picking up Jordan, 94 feet from the basket, making it really difficult for her to kind of get anything done. But defensively, she's our anchor, and she's really who sets the standard and continues to guard multiple positions and does really well at it.
And for Steph, sorry, another question just about your performance tonight, but what did it mean to you to kind of have the fans support you in that way?
It means a lot, being injured and this being my second season here, I think they really have my back, and I think they're just as excited as my teammates were for the shots to go in, and I just knew my teammates were going to find me, and I was just ready. So it just feels nice that the fans always support me and support us. Honestly, they've been incredible this season, just coming and watching, and I know they're ready for the playoffs.
Sorry, Steph, going to keep it going a little bit. But you started the fourth quarter on a 12-4 run by yourself. So when you're getting
Really?
those, yep. So you hit four straight threes to start the fourth. The team was down 5, and then so I think up 6 or something at the end of that. So when you're just hitting shot after shot, how does that affect your rhythm coming down? Are you looking for the ball, or is it just kind of coming to you and you're just ready to go?
Honestly, I've never experienced this in my life. I said that to Sabrina, and she was like, "Isn't it fun?" Clearly, she has. Yeah, I didn't even know what the score was. I didn't know what was happening, to be honest with you. All I was thinking was I knew they were going to pass me the ball, so I was just ready to shoot it. So yeah, I think they all knew to feed the hot hand, and every time I was open, I knew I'd get it, and I just shot it with confidence. Didn't even think. Didn't even know what I was doing, to be honest with you.
But you work on it every day.
Yeah, of course, I work on it every day.
Thank you. And Sandy, 32 assists on 35 made baskets tonight. The ball movement was really crisp, and like Lucas had said, the LA was very aggressive. But how did you feel about the team's poise this evening?
Not really good in the first half, back to where we needed to be in the second half. But we got back to pushing the pace. I thought the pace wasn't where we needed it to be. We didn't move the ball as crisp as we needed to, like we preach all season long, and that's when we're at our best. So they're very. This is a selfless group here. They're always trying to good to great, especially when we're on our front foot and. So B had 7 assists tonight. That's very pleasing. Slutty's always getting 10. So, but we're sharing it. And this just means we're playing unselfish and we're taking really good looks. And we made 17 threes too. That was pretty impressive.
Sandy, hi. So you guys were down a lot in the first half. Do you think that was a byproduct of maybe the Sparks being hungrier because they really needed to get that last seed to get into the playoffs? And, it wasn't a lot of fast break points. I think it might have been 2 in the first half. Mm-hmm. Do you think that was a byproduct of just them being super hungry?
Yeah, that and us not coming out, being as aggressive as we would have liked, and our mindset. And, we wanted to win. We never know what happens with Vegas, crazy things have happened. So we wanted to win this one, and we wanted to play well, and we didn't play well. So I was kind of a little little mad in the beginning, just because we were letting them do whatever they wanted to, and that's not how we play. So once we got a little bit more aggressive and more active, and not just creating open threes, which what we were. We got back to playing our game, and that's satisfying. We just need to make sure we finish really strong on Sunday and have a good feel going into the playoffs.
Steph, you had a game way back in 2017 when you had 6 threes, and I'm curious, one, do you remember that game?
It was against Phoenix.
And one.
Obviously, I left you open, yeah.
One, what do you kind of remember from that game, and 2, how does that? How did those 6 threes maybe compare to the 5 that unfolded in the second half tonight?
Like I said, I think I remember it was against Phoenix. No shade, no. I don't remember much. I remember just the feeling of being confident in my shot. I think that was the similar feeling that I had tonight. Once my first one went in, I was, yep. So yeah, that's all I can really remember. Thank you. Sorry.
Sandy,
no, actually, we won.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
That was
I think it was the night that Diana got some record for 3-pointers too.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, just fair. That's true.
Okay.
Anyway,
she's
move on.
been a thorn in my side, but that's why I love coaching now. 2021.
Sandy, we had a feeling that it was going to happen today with Breanna breaking the 3-point field goals record for the most in the season. But for you as a coach to see her do it and make all those threes throughout the season, how impressed are you? And then as a group, how do you all plan on celebrating?
Yeah, look, that's a great accomplishment for Breanna to beat, like Diana, one of the greatest of all times, but I always say Breanna's like a little Diana, just the way her game's developing. Her ability to get the shots off, she's worked on that. She's a way better shooter this year than she was last year, but a different role. She really embraced that, okay, I'm going to be off the ball a little bit with Sluty coming in. She sped her shot up. She can shoot from distance. I thought, she was a little rusty in that she was probably pushing it a little bit in that first half. And once she settled in and slowed down a little bit and just stayed in her routine, it was pretty amazing. But, she got the game ball tonight. We celebrated her in there. And, she should be very proud of what she's done. But still, keep building.
This question is for Breanna and Steph. How special is a night like tonight, both of you from New York and both of you able to have a game where Breanna, you finish with the most points. Steph, you captivate the New York audience with the 5 threes. Just how special is a game like tonight, both being from New York and now both of you having these contributions for the New York Liberty?
I think it's very, very special for us to continue to both represent New York and obviously Brooklyn and the Liberty, and just continue to do that with the fans that are behind us. We came out in the warm-ups and it was a little bit shaky, but they continued to fill in and made sure that they got loud and got behind us and just continue to show us the support that we need.
Yeah,
Same.
Yeah,
Ask Steph.
Yeah, no, it feels good. I'm happy to be from New York. I came here to play for New York, being from here, and I knew the fans were going to be amazing. So every night, like Stewie said, they show up, and it's an honor to play for them.
I see a theme throughout a lot of what you're saying is selflessness and coming together for the end of the season, and you guys came together in the huddle on the logo. So how important is that to play as a team and have each other's back as you finish off the season?
Very important. I think this is a team, I've played with a few teams, and I don't think I've had such quick trust built within a team as we have with each other. So I think it's just important for us to stay together, even when we're down first half or in a certain quarter, and we just have each other's backs. We trust each other, and we know that, like Stewie keeps saying, like if we just play Liberty basketball, we'll wear teams down and come out with the win at the end. So it feels good. It always is nice to huddle up with each other and just enjoy playing with each other.
Great. Thanks, everyone.